Hey kids, welcome back. Converted Cow here. Figured it'd be about time I had a quick little update and showed you all how things are coming along. I'm standing here on top of the outline for my blood magic altar. This is something you need to make to complete a quest. Realistically, I don't really normally play with demonology, but hey, it's a game. We're having fun. Okay, as you can see, not really a whole heck of a lot has happened around here. This has basically chewed up the last 2 days of my time making this thing. You start with the simple blood altar, you make these blood runes, you go down one layer, you go out, you have to put glowstone on top of any solid block, again runes around that. And then for the next layer, it's the same thing, except you have to have bloodstone on top of some pillars. Um, and then finally, you have to go all the way out to the edge, and you have to put beacons on the corners. Um, I personally I like mods that I don't have to go to the wiki to figure out, and unfortunately, this was not one of them. Um, I needed to wiki this whole thing, and yeah, I'm not too impressed. But I figured I'd show you a couple of things I have figured out. So, um, over here, I'm working on the liquid meat quest. This is your slaughterhouse. I haven't figured out what to do with the pink slime. If I figure that out, we're laughing. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to make these sewers actually make poop. This is an auto spawner. Inside here I've got a pig pokeball, and I just go and I grab a tank, one of these portable tanks full of mob essence. I throw it on the pipe and I run it. I also found that uh, rednet these rednet energy cables can be connected to um, the redstone pipes. Any of the redstone pipes, it connects to them very nicely. So that's another way to bridge redstone stuff. But anyhow, yeah, I'll run the slaughterhouse, and then I'll use a golden lasso, and I'll pick mobs up, and I'll bring them over here. And in order to actually fill the blood altar, you have to make yourself one of these daggers of sacrifice and kill a mob right next to the blood altar. You can't kill it over there. The reason I set it up next to the grinder was I was going to simply grind mobs and have their stuff going there, but it didn't work. Um, oops, I'll just fall down here. As you can see, it's a work in progress still, so yeah. I'll show you what I have tried. I came down here, I set myself up a portable generator, another one of these mob spawners. I do have a zombie. This is actually a villager zombie. So when I'm ready to make villager zombies, I'll actually use that Pokeball. Um, I figured if I made them here and I killed them directly underneath this altar, they'd work. Unfortunately, these spawners, they don't care about spawn conditions. They just drop the mobs anywhere. So I set that up, and I hadn't had any edges or sides on here. And I'm over here setting stuff up, and I didn't realize that there was enough of a charge. Spawned a zombie behind me, and I got to go visit the bottom of the world again. Unfortunately, with a good chunk of my inventory that I was using to make this thing. So, yeah, unfortunately, I haven't found a good way to fill that thing from any distance. So everything has to be killed right there. So you got to bring it and kill it right there. Kind of tedious and a real pain in the butt. Now, you will need a lot of these blank slates. You need these to make a lot of these upgrade runes and stuff. And as much fun as I was having hauling pigs back and forth or sacrificing myself, oh yeah, I lost one to the blood orb as well. I found another method. Up here on the middle level of my thing, I have two platforms that stick out, and I have a blood altar right here. Now, I can throw the stone on the blood altar, grab the old handy dandy knife, and kill mobs. And I get my XP. I also get my wand, my little bits of magic for my wand, and I collect my mob drops, and I get the blood. The blood altar works and charges that up. So that's a fast way to work on charging your Thaumcraft, and your XP stuff, and your blood altar for making all these little level 1 enchantments. So I figured I'd show you that. Let's see here. I moved the bloodwood tree further up, and I found out that if you chop bloodwood trees by hand, and I don't know if it happens with the machine, but if you chop them by hand, you get redstone. So that's another tree you might want to plant someplace and harvest by hand. Unfortunately, you need something bigger than the old Kawachoppy here to harvest bloodwood, because that thing won't break it. You actually need to make yourself a decent tool. And these rune stones, you need a diamond pick to break them, so don't try breaking them with like this iron pick or something else. You need the actual diamond pick to break them. Otherwise, you just lose them. And that's a royal pain in the butt when you get a bad click or something like that. Basically, that's about as far as we've come. I'm still derping around with this mariculture a little bit, working on my purple quest, boiling ender pearls to make endstone. I've still got 5 in the hopper and another 1.5 in the chest, so we're looking at quite a bit of work yet to finish this off. I really haven't done anything more with the bees. Simply, it's another mod I never play or use, so yeah, it's not something I really get too excited about. Yeah, just working on quests and derping around. So there we have it, kids. That's another quick little update, and a few helpful pointers, I hope, on how to speed up your blood magic, whatever this stupid thing is called, generation. And oh, in case you haven't noticed, I am running a texture pack. I actually went and I dug my John Smith texture pack out of my old vanilla Minecraft file for 1.6. I had downloaded this quite a long time ago, and yeah, I threw it on here and it works just fine. Of course, you do have some textures that don't make it, like the natural woods and tinker construct and things like that, but you know, it adds a bit of flavor to vanilla. So even partially working is good. I do have some stuff that is not rendering at all, so you get the funky little purple squares, but that's okay. And I'd post the links, but unfortunately none of the link I have for this actually work anymore, so I'm afraid you're going to have to search up John Smith on your own. But I'll talk to you all later, kids. Have a good night.